Hey folks, my name is Sam. This is Alone Time Thoughts. This is my first attempt at a podcast, and hopefully it'll go well. This is just an introduction video to the channel, to the podcast itself, what I'll be discussing, the reason for the podcast, and yeah, hopefully this is first of many videos. Like I said, Alone Time Thoughts. My name is Sam, and the reason I'm doing this is just to be able to get what's on my mind out into the air, out into the world, and if it picks up and people like it and they want me to discuss other things or they just enjoy listening, that'd be great. And if not, at least I'm getting stuff off my chest. And even though I'm able to do the same with my wife, sometimes there's just not enough time in the day, or just some things just don't interest her. I like sports. I like music. I like fantasy sports, politics, health, just really anything interesting, anything that pertains to us living here in this great big earth. And, you know, some things interest her, some things don't. And just because I'm discussing it here doesn't mean I can't discuss it with her either. But at least this way, anything that's bothering me or just anything that's on my mind, I can put out into the world and see if it helps somebody else or just see if it starts discussions. But happy to discuss anything really. Happy to take questions, comments, and hopefully as I keep doing this, I get better. I'll be less nervous. It is a little nerve wracking just to talk to a camera, kind of to yourself, not knowing what the expectations are, not knowing what kind of feedback you're going to get or how people are going to take it. As we know, the internet could be a mean place sometimes. It can be very, very giving place, very nice place as well. So, but any kind of feedback is great. The other reason I'm doing this is, I see a lot of podcasters out there, especially now with the state of America and our politics and just the state of the world in general. And a lot of people, just kind of are angry or mean, and just, throw shots at each other, which I think is silly. It's not the way to make things better. I think it just makes things worse. And some people do it with good intentions, but sometimes those intentions still come off not so well, not so great. I love comedy. I love just learning stuff. And one of the things I do is try to watch people's opinions, whether it's on politics, whether it's on food, whether, like I said, basically any subject that is of interest to me. When it comes to, let's say, sports, for instance, I'm a fan of most sports, especially four major sports here in America. I love those for the most part. I'm into fantasy. I only do baseball and football when it comes to fantasy. Huge fantasy football guy, huge football guy, American football. I think it's just fun. Just the fact that it's not every day. It's a limited amount of games. I think it just makes it exciting. But in general, I enjoy all sports, especially when I'm in the arena. Try to go as often as possible. We've probably gone to football for the most part every year for the last, who knows, decade plus, with a few exceptions, of course, here and there. But generally try to do at least one football game a year. My older kid, I have two kids, was into hockey. We used to go to Ranger games, hockey games. I'm here in New York. So we used to do those a little more often, not so much anymore. But yeah, I still love going if the opportunity arises. The other sports besides football, there's so many games. It kind of loses its luster just because just the games become less important. So I'm more about the playoffs, crunch time. I love music, love all types of music, really. Hip hop is probably the way I lean, but if it's good, if it's something that I feel, whether it's in a beat or in the lyrics, preferably a combination, then the genre doesn't matter as much. But of course, we all have our limits. We all have our dislikes. But in general, I love all types of music. I know Spotify's the thing, and my wife and kids love Spotify. But I'm a Pandora guy for the most part. Love Pandora. Love my just list and mix that I have made over the years. And I think that's why I'm a little hesitant to move off of it. But, love Spotify as well. I know Spotify does great things, and you can do playlists on there as well. But I guess just don't want to give up my Pandora list after all these years. It's probably been since inception, which is over 10 years. So very proud of my list. We love movies. We love comedy shows, comedies in general. But me and my kid, my teenager, I try to put him up on all the great movies. I'd love to discuss those with you guys as we move along here. We also do shows. Sometimes as a family, sometimes just the wife and I. Sometimes we incorporate the kids. Where me and the kids are big into South Park. I have a teenager, and then I have a younger kid who's not a teenager yet, a couple of years away. She's 10, but we love South Park. I know some people will say South Park's inappropriate for her, but I think we do a pretty good job of parenting, and I think it's silly to just believe that shielding kids from the realities of the world, which is cursing, which is just subjects that are maybe a little cringe or maybe inappropriate, are just going to be something you can keep them away. So we educate them on letting them know that, hey, some things are appropriate, some things are not appropriate, and it's most of the things that are inappropriate they know about immediately, and they know they have to keep it in house. It doesn't really leave the house. But just some of the things that we like to do, some of the things, like I said, that I'd love to discuss on this channel or on this podcast going forward, and we'll see where that gets us. But like I said, overall, the whole point here is to give you my opinions, maybe educate you guys, maybe have you educate me. I'd love to learn, love to be corrected if I'm wrong. Nobody's right all the time, although I tend to believe I'm right a lot, but that's just an ego thing, I would imagine. I'm sure it's not fully true, but yeah, I'd love to get there, get some subscribers, some followers, whatever it is that I'm looking for here on YouTube, but mostly just get some eyes, and hopefully change people's opinions, or maybe just have nice discussions, intellectual discussions. I think communication is a major key to health, to mental health, and just to overall physical health as well. It's important to communicate. I know a lot of people don't have somebody to turn to, so if you just want to talk to me, even if it's as a private user, I'm always happy to just listen or to give advice as much as I can, or to figure things out with you. Just because you have a problem doesn't mean I'll have a solution, but I'm more than happy to try to help you figure it out. But at the same time, again, I'd love to just give you the opinions and thoughts of a guy here who's got free time recently. And the reason that I am doing this actually is we have a small company that we were running, and still are running, but unfortunately, ever since our new president Donald Trump came into office, he kind of had a lot of people bend the knee to him, and one of those people was Mark Zuckerberg, and by changing the way Facebook operates, especially I guess when it came to fact checking, that kind of created a ripple effect on how it affected small businesses and what we're allowed to do. Now, we were on Facebook for 3 to 4 years growing our small business, and honestly, it was great what Facebook allowed us as a small business to do. But that has recently changed, and now all our profiles are blocked, completely cut off, and unfortunately, that has given me a lot of time now as we look for other solutions as how to grow our small business, because we can no longer do it via Facebook. So that's actually why I decided to do this, because it has opened up a lot of free time for me. at least for the time being. Again, like I said, hopefully I'll find something that can take up some time that used to be put into working via Facebook into something else, and you know, hopefully we can continue growing our business. But Facebook is great, like I said, for a long time, at least to us, without having to actually put in too much money. Just hard work, effort, and time was all you needed, and it was working great. But unfortunately, that has now changed due to apparently Mr. Zuckerberg. Oh, excuse me, Mr. Zuckerberg changing the changing the way things are done over Facebook. I guess now they have more time to just not let small businesses operate the way they used to, and it's unfortunate. But the way of the world, things change. Got to adjust, and that's hopefully what we're able to do. But at the same time, it opens up this opportunity, which I hope will allow me to grow and do this. I do enjoy discussing this. I have a solid circle of friends. We have some group chats, and this is kind of what we do anyway. But I feel it's more fun to be able to not only do it in a group chat where kind of the majority of opinions you already know. The conversation sometimes becomes stale, so I'll just figure out put this out there and see where it goes. And yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy. And like I said, I'm always open for suggestions. I also, of course, hope to improve uh, my my nervousness here. The way I speak, the way I come off. I can't imagine this is very fun to watch. Probably more cringe than anything. And I'm looking at the time, and it's only like 12 minutes, and this feels like a lifetime, honestly. So, like I said, I do hope to get better with each video, just get more confident with each video, and I'm sure my kids are gonna make plenty of fun when they see this, and hopefully they don't put me down too much because I do need I need their support. Gives me confidence. But the goal is to just discuss things, help people out, whatever the topic is, and we'll take it from there. And I do hope to continue doing this and seeing this grow. And hopefully you enjoyed this introduction. But if not, I will definitely do better the next time. And I look forward to speaking to you again soon. Take care.